Welcome to Subramani. Many of us have been in the markets for long periods of time, and we do realize that there have been many panics in the market right from 1890s. 1907 there was a panic. 1929 there was a panic. 1987 there was a panic. 1971 there was a oil crisis. Most of us wouldn't remember where we were on those days, even when we've lived through the crisis. Like 1992 was the Harshad Mehta boom, and 1993 was the crisis. Markets fell some 46%. Do you really remember what happened? The answer is very unlikely, unless you hurt very badly and you lost a lot of things, and then you might remember it very painfully. But largely, we forget what happened during those painful periods. And after some time, and not much time is required, we look at it as a fantastic buying opportunity. The whole mutual fund industry keeps on badgering you, saying March 2020 was a fantastic opportunity to buy. I do not know how many people bought, right? Did I buy mutual funds? No. I bought direct equity. Did I benefit? Yes. Did I wait for the full benefit? Maybe no, because I looked at it as an opportunity and I said, wow, I've doubled my money in 3 months, 4 months, and I quit. Some shares which I bought went up 5 times, right? So it was a 5-bagger from March 2020 to maybe 21, 22, whatever. And some of it I got rid of, some of it I'm still holding. So one thing which happens is whenever there is a panic, immediately you feel, oh my God, this is end of life. This is once in a lifetime panic, and such a thing will never happen again. So I should sell off everything. That's a feeling one gets. So March 2020, don't ask why you didn't buy. Ask yourself why you didn't maintain a diary, because in the diary you would have written down saying, oh, this is the end of the world, right? So something is going to happen. I remember E.A. Sundaram, one of the fund managers that I know, who wrote a poem or a write-up saying this is not the end of the world. But how many of us believed that it was not the end of the world? We thought, oh, this time it is different, it is going to be a panic situation, so we should sell off everything. Obviously somebody else thought that this was a great time to buy, and they were buying something. The reason why there is a market, or reason why opportunities arise, is very simple. It's because we all think differently. For example, at this point in time, many people think, oh, the PSU boom is over, it's a time to get out of PSU. And there are people who think the PSU boom is just starting, so this is time to get into the PSU. I'm not taking a stand either way. It's up to you to take a call. I have invested in PSUs, I have benefited, so I am not saying whether you should buy or you should sell. That's your call. But I'm saying largely what happens is, at any point in time, it looks like a good buy, looks like a good sell, whatever, but largely you make money because there is difference of opinion. Somebody thinks this is a great time to be buying, and therefore he or she is buying, and somebody thinks it's a great opportunity to be selling, so you should be so that person is selling. So there is a buyer, there is a seller, which creates opportunity. But what happens is, after some time, you forget all the pain that was there, and you turn back and said, wow, it was you tell yourself, wow, it was such a great buying opportunity. March 2020 was such a great buying opportunity. Maybe August 2022 is such a great buying opportunity. You could be saying that in 2025. I'm not even getting into that area. I'm just saying it is easy for us to forget the pain that happened on that day, right? On 9/11, where were you? Were you in the US? Were you in India? Were you flying? The kind of troubles that went through, right? So if you were in the US and you were in an airport, you were wondering whether your plane also has got a bomb, and or rather, will your plane also be hit to a tower or something like that. All that fear was there. In that fear, to think calmly and to be able to invest is a skill which very few of us can possess, especially if you're in the thick of it, right? If you were in the somewhere near the plane where the plane crashed into the building, and you were watching, you would be horrified at what happened, and it's very doubtful that you would have called a broker and said, buy me this, right? That's very unlikely that it would have happened. But chances are that if you did, you benefited. Then the question is, did you stay through the whole journey? You bought some share at 110 and today it is 732. Did you have the patience to stay through the whole thing? So these are very many questions which have to be answered. And what actually arises as an opportunity is we will always have a difference of opinion, and that will always cause buying opportunities as well as selling opportunities. So is it a time to be buying PSU? I don't know. Is it a time to be buying FMCG? Is it a time to be buying pharma? Or is it a time to be saying, look, I don't know what to buy, so I'll go to a mutual fund and decide to buy some funds, and it is for the fund manager to take a call where he should be putting money. So I'll put money in a flexi cap, or I'll put money in a multi cap, or I'll put money in a balance advantage fund and say let the fund manager take the call as to how much in equity and how much in debt. So looking at any event in retrospect and saying, oh, it was a great buying opportunity, it is true, it is absolutely true that March 2020 was a great buying opportunity. But the question is, where were you, what were you thinking, and what happened? And the problem is, if you don't write it down, if you don't diaryize it, chances are you will remember it very fondly, saying, oh, I was nicely I was snug, nothing happened to me, I did not get a COVID attack and all those things. Well, if you were so comfortable, why didn't you buy? Because what happens is the mind starts deleting all the difficult and bad things which happened. So we think, oh, we were like this, no change, so why the hell did I not buy? Actually, you were not like this, you were different. If you had maintained a diary, you would have realized that you were very different. You were scared, you were worried that the world is coming to an end. And that point in time, you would have thought of so many other things. You would have wondered, where's my wife, where are my children, where is my sister, where are my parents, right? All those thoughts would be coming to your mind. You would be worried that COVID is so difficult to handle. How many masks should I wear, and how often should I sanitize my hands? You were worried about those things. You were bothered about those things. That is the truth, right? So look at all that, and then don't curse yourself for not buying on those days. Yes, next time something like this happens, you know that it is not end of the world. The world normally recovers, and in a very short period of time it starts questioning you, why didn't you buy? Like July 2020 or August 2020, perhaps September 2020, markets were up. The SIP figures had not changed much. It may not have increased, but it did not fall much. It's a slight blip if you draw the chart of the SIP movements, the SIP growth. Right now we are getting 12,500 crores, which means we have been able to convince so many people that they should be doing an SIP. So I think great kudos to people for staying calm and investing. It's a skill. It's a skill which can be learned, and like any other muscle in your body, this skill can also be exercised and kept fit, so that next time there is a panic, you know how to react. You know how to react profitably. Once you know that, wealth creation becomes slightly easier than what you think it is. Thank you.